In this video, I'm going to demonstrate why you should apply scratch maps, particularly for micro scratches, as roughness maps rather than bump maps. And to demonstrate this, I've created this worn metal shader. So let's just take a quick look at what's going on. I have an image which is just made up of lots of little scratches, and I'm applying two versions of this image on top of each other with some differences in the tiling. Then I'm also using a noise applied as a mask just so the scratches aren't completely uniform. Finally, there's also some dings which I'm adding on top of the scratches, and all of that is being fed as a bump map into this principled shader. So let's do a render to see what this all looks like. So with the render complete, let's take a look at the results, and I think you'll agree that they don't look that great. The problem is that the bump map, even though it's being masked by a noise, looks a little bit too coarse, and that is making the metal look soft and leathery rather than hard. I'll switch the render window to slot 2. Then let's return to Blender, and what I'm going to do is just apply the dings as a bump map and ignore the scratches. So I'm going to take the output from the dings node and plug that directly into the height input of the bump node. Then I hit Shift A and search for mix. I'm going to drop a mix color node here. Let's take the output from the two scratch maps that are blended together, plug that into the factor input of this node. And I'll take the result of this node and plug it into the roughness input of the material. So the original material had a roughness of 0.1. So that's the value I'm going to enter here in the A slot. I'm going to make sure that it's set to linear and then add a value of 0.1. I'm going to leave the B value at 0.5. And that just means that the white background in my scratch map is going to have a value of 0.1. And the darker areas where the scratches are being drawn are going to have a roughness value of 0.5. So with that said, let's do a render and take a look. And with the render complete, you can see what a difference this approach is making. The scratches are much more realistic, especially if I compare them to the previous render. Not only do the scratches themselves look better, but because we're applying them as a roughness map, they're also providing some natural roughness variation on the surface of the material, because we get more roughness where the scratches are denser and less where they're more sparse, whereas when the maps are applied as bump maps, the roughness appears to be uniform. But the reason this approach is working so well is that when you have micro scratches on a metal, they're so small that you're never going to see the actual indentation they create in the metal. All you really notice is the way they affect the surface reflections. And that's exactly what we're doing here with the roughness map. And that's why when you try and do this with a bump map, it just ends up looking completely fake. Because you're never going to get dense micro scratches in the real world that make a visible difference to the surface. All you're ever going to see is how they affect the reflections. And if you then combine that with a bump map to add some additional details, you get excellent results. So I hope you found this tip useful, and thank you very much for watching.